I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome back. It is still Friday. What is it? Friday, February 20th. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being with me. I hope you're all winding up your day right now, having a blessed evening. We're going to go over some stuff today. We got some more stuff for you, some highlights of the Black History Month celebration at the White House, some comments that went on with CPAC, including Pam Bondi. Just a whole bunch of stuff to get through. Pete Hegseth is now doing live videos, or recorded live videos, fact-checking the lying press. I love the idea of doing that. I love calling them out, and I love getting the truth out. It's why we do what we do here. So if you guys could, I would appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button, hit that like, whatever platform you're on. Share this out. Let's see who we got in the house today. Texas Bigfoot is so much better than Texas RW, let me tell you. Hunter from the Netherlands. Trina. Cade. Oh, Thursday. What day did I say? Wednesday? Friday? I don't even know. There's 2 shows a day, and sitting in this studio for like 12 hours a day is driving me crazy. Newfie 54. Thank you guys for being in here. Appreciate you. Yes, we actually got some funnies. So I was had my AirPod in, I was doing some work, and I was listening to the coverage from the White House of the Black History event at the White House. And you guys are going to laugh when you hear some of it, because Trump just being Trump, and he was talking about how he received more of the black vote than any Republican before him. But he made some funny statements. You guys are really going to like that. I just like the guy that's blunt and just kind of calls it like it is. But they were having a great time. Tiger Woods was there. And then we got some clips over from CPAC. That was good. Elon Musk. Javier Milei coming out and giving Elon Musk a chainsaw. We call it the chainsaw to cut the bureaucratic crap, the bureaucracy. Rob Wallace is in the house. How you doing, Rob? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. It's Thursday, so it's taco night here. I'm kind of excited about dinner. We're going to have tacos tonight. White people tacos. I wonder if I got that up here. Let me see something. I haven't played any of this stuff for a long time. I don't think I have it. That's politics. I'm going to have to play with my sound card. I got something called retards. Those are all from the people that were protesting 1776. We'll have to play with it next time. But white people taco night tonight over here in the Fulfer House next to the Oreo Express Studios. See who else jumped in. See. It was wild. I listened to the stream and they had a good time. Yes, they did. They did. Actually, I was a little disappointed. I was talking to Will Johnson last night. I noticed that Will Johnson wasn't there, and that man deserves to be there. I'm sorry. I seen a lot of people out there that haven't been on the ground doing half the work as Will Johnson. So we're going to have to tell some folks over at the White House. Maybe he did get invited. He just didn't go. Maybe he's too good. I don't know. Granola Bar says, can we come over for dinner? Dinner is going to be good. It's going to be white people taco night. And then we're going to make we have one of those creamies. Then we're going to make some protein ice cream to freeze and have that done in the creamy. So we got a busy night. We usually do BMX racing. There's no BMX racing for Caden tonight. So got to fill the time with some. So let's make some ice cream, some healthy ice cream. So, hey, check this out. This was one of the videos from the Black History event at the White House. And there was one, if you guys heard, there was one that kind of stuck out to me, as well as the funniness, as well as Tiger Woods, was when they introduced the head of Pfizer. Everybody in the crowd booed. Check this out. Let me pull this up, make sure it's going to work here.
We also have the head of Pfizer here, so I want to thank him. One of
Oh, hold on.
great people. We also have the head of Pfizer here, so I want to thank him. One of the great people, one of the great businessmen. Thank you, Albert.
Look at everybody's booing right now, and watch Trump's face right here.
Thank you.
Look at, he kind of smirks and smiles. Oh, let me like back that up. It won't let me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to congratulate our newly.
Trump knows who his base is. Trump knows who got him elected. And most people, and again, these aren't anti-vaxxers, but the money that Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson and some of those other folks made off us during the pandemic and lied to you about what the jab would do and how you wouldn't catch. A lot of people are upset with those folks. A lot of people, and it's going to burn for a while. I've said this before. It kind of sucks in the sense, let's just say something happened in 4 or 5 years from now. Trump's not in office 5 years from now. We'll go 5 years from now. Trump's not in office, and there is something serious, and we do need some type of medication that will help prevent something, help save our lives, anything. I would say more than half the Americans are not going to take it because they don't trust them because of all the lies. Not because of conspiracy theories, but because they silence social media influencers. They silenced doctors. They silenced anybody who questioned anything. They tried to get Joe Rogan canceled. And people were like, wow, that's crazy. And then they said, oh, there won't be any side effects. And then everybody knew a side effect. Everybody knew somebody with a side effect. Like, it was not good. It was not good. Check some of this out right here. He honored, we're going to start playing it right here, but listen to what he says about the Republican, the black vote. And you just got to love it when Trump speaks.
Yes, and I'm real humbled by it. And you can guarantee that every day that I'm going to lay it down for the people of America. As Senator Tim Scott, thank you for your leadership. I really appreciate you. And for all of those who have gone before us and those of you who have such a great voice today, keep on speaking, keep on preaching for not just Black America, but for all America. So we appreciate you. And my sister, Brooke Rollins, and all of those here, Mr. President, we look forward to working with you, sir, and carrying out this great agenda. We pray for you every day. God bless you, and thank you. God bless America. Thank you for President Trump. Thanks, you.
And I see we have a newly, I think you just got in, right? They just confirmed you, and you did it very nicely. Brooke Rollins, she's the Secretary of Agriculture. It's a big deal. That's great, Brooke. That was a good vote you had too, huh? She went through very easily, a little easier than some of our people, but they were all approved, every one of them. And today we just had Kash Patel approved. So, Brooke, congratulations. Secretary of Agriculture, that's big stuff, right? That's big. So you're going to do fantastically. And congratulations also to a really good friend of mine. He endorsed me early, and he was one of the best surrogates you could have. The surrogate is when you walk around and go on television shows and they go try and beat you up, but he beat them up. They didn't have a chance against Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina. And he's now the longest-serving black United States senator in the history of our country. I don't know. That's pretty good. He's going to be around for a long time, right? He just got married. Congratulations on that, too. Beautiful, beautiful wife. Thanks as well to Congressman John James. Where's John James? Is he here? Hi, John. How are you? It's a star, young star. I knew that 5 years ago, right, John? I sort of predicted it. And I'm really proud to say that we now have more black Republicans serving in the U.S. House than at any time since 1870.
Wow.
That's a long time, 1870. So thank you very much. And Scott, you're going to be fantastic. I'll tell you, you're going to do a great job. As you know, the Americans are going to be celebrating something very important coming up, our 250th anniversary, our nation's founding. And when we do, we're going to look forward to honoring the contributions of countless black Americans who fought to win and protect and expand American freedom from the very, very beginning. And some of my good friends are here today, and I appreciate you being. I'm not going to call out your names because Tiger will get very bored. He'll say, this is a little boring. This is a little boring.
It's coming to the good
that.
part.
But I want to thank you all for being here. You are our friends, and we appreciate this. You, McGee, you are my friend. The last administration tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619. But under our administration, we honor the indispensable role black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. In the very first skirmish of the Revolutionary War at Lexington Green, an enslaved black man named Prince Estabrook, you know Prince Estabrook? Yeah. Answered history's call and fought as the Minutemen alongside the other patriots of the very small Massachusetts town. Couldn't protect itself, but they did a good job. Prince was wounded in the early morning battle, becoming not only the first African-American soldier to fight in the Revolution, but among the very first Americans to spill their blood. One of the first in the nation to spill blood in that very, very tough time. Soon Estabrook joined the Continental Army and ultimately won his own freedom along with that of his fellow Americans. His legacy will endure, and we're very proud to honor him today. It's a very important day in our country, and we honor him. First person to spill blood happened to be Tim Estabrook. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we will be including the statue of Prince Estabrook in our new National Garden of American Heroes. We're going to be doing a garden of American heroes. And now that I think of it, I must tell you, sadly, most of them, I guess all of them are not with us any longer. I was going to put Tiger in the garden, but maybe you don't want to be there. I maybe should wait a little bit, huh? Like about 50, I think I'm going to wait about 50 years, all right? But Tiger's going to make it, okay? But I'm a little afraid to tell him yes, because he'd be the only one that's living. I don't know, Tiger. Tiger's rejecting that offer, right? Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase it will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be we're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue for men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was, Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, he was not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad. And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant. And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry. During Black History Month, we pay tribute to these heroes and to so many others, but not simply because they're black heroes, but also because they are truly American heroes who inspire all of us, very much so. The theme of this year's celebration is African Americans and labor. And we want to thank all of the Black workers, construction workers, and every other worker. They do a job like nobody can do. And we want to just thank them very much for their contribution. Tim, the contribution you've made, Tim, is incredible. Opportunity Zone, so many people, so many. He's the father of Opportunity Zone. I'm just the son. He's the father, because he came into the White House, the Oval Office, with this idea. And it's probably the #1 economic development project ever in our country. And I want to give Senator Tim Scott the credit for it. Good job, Tim. Of course, millions of blacks were first brought here in slavery, and they were kept in that evil condition for really generations. But because of the steadfast faith and courage of so many patriots of all colors, we abolished that horrific institution, expanded civil rights, and advanced America's destiny as one nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. Just a few months ago, the people in this room and millions of other Black Americans played their own part in the American story when you went to the voting booths and restored a nice, good, solid government. And there's a guy that really helped. There's a man that really helped. You really are great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't forget. I'm proud to say that we received, listen to this, more votes from Black Americans than any Republican president ever.
Yeah.
Almost 40% of the vote. Now, I won't be happy the next time. Should I run again? You tell me.
There he goes, triggering him. Should I run again?
There's your controversy right there. There's your controversy.
Listen to him. 4 more years.
Thank you. You'll be seeing that you're gonna see that tonight, Tim, on television. I want to thank just a few of the people who are with us today, and these are great friends of ours. Alveda King. Alveda, where are you, Alveda? Hi, Alveda. Thank you. You've been with me from day one, and I appreciate it. I won't forget it. She's a fantastic woman. Alice Johnson. Where's Alice? Boy, are you incredible. I watched you on last night on television. You were so good. You know, Alice was in prison for doing something that today probably wouldn't even be prosecuted. She spent 22 years in prison, 22 years. She had another 22 years left. Can you believe it? And I pardoned her, and it was one of the best pardons. One of the best pardons. You know what she was on? She happened to be on the wrong telephone line. Is that true? She was on a telephone call. And I'm not saying it was perfect, but it wasn't worth 40 or 50 years, Alice. And you've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over, and she's going to be my pardon czar, okay? And you're going to find people just like you that should not have happened. It should not have happened.
Listen
so
to
you're going to
says
look
up
and
here.
you're going to make recommendations, and I'll follow those recommendations, okay, for pardons, all right? Thank you very much. A man who's just incredible. This guy, I watched him when he was a Democrat, and then one day he had to change because he couldn't take it any longer. And did anyone ever hear of a man named Leo 2.0 Terrell? Where are you? Get up here. I love this guy. You know what he's doing now? He's with the Department.
He was just he was just owning the stage as always, and there was some really funny moments. If you get a chance, you can go to Twitter and go to Newsmax to their live, and you can watch the rest of that. Interestingly enough, when he was done there, check out what Trump posted. He put, "I'm hearing that highly respected Congressman Byron Donalds is considering running for governor of Florida, a state that I love and won big in 2016, 2020, and 2024. I know Byron well, have seen him tested at the highest and most difficult levels, and he is a total winner. Brian has a great wife, Erica, 3 beautiful sons. They are very proud of him. As governor, Byron would have a big voice and would work closely with me to advance our America First agenda. He will fight tirelessly to secure our borders, stop migrant crime, strengthen our military, protect our vets, restore our economic power, advance American energy dominance, and defend our always under siege Second Amendment. Byron Donalds would be truly great and powerful governor of Florida should he decide to run. Will have my complete and total endorsement. And then at the end it says, run, Byron, run. Getting ahead of the game here. There's some politics being played. There's some people that there's some rumors going around that Casey DeSantis was going to try to run for governor, and some others that were going to put their hat in the ring. I think by Trump getting out ahead of this, he takes away MAGA from any of those folks and gives them to Byron. I do think Byron will run. There's been rumors for about at least 2 months now that I've heard. And I think he would make a great governor. He's been very strong, very American first. And going to say thank you to Haha for donating, for gifting some 5 subscriptions. So if you guys got a subscription from Haha, tell her thank you. We appreciate the support. We are 100% viewer funded. And again, if you haven't hit that like button or shared this out, please do. Please do. Check this out. Javier Milei over at CPAC and giving Elon Musk a chainsaw. I want to show you this video, then I'll show you what happened on stage. Take a listen to this. And you know, Javier Milei, really, once he got elected, very similar to what we see here in the United States. He cut all the DEI. He cut he cut a lot, and he cut inflation down in his country, and he's pretty much saved his country by going in there and just fuera. You remember his video? Like all these different woke departments, all these little cultural things gone. And take a look at this here.
Hi, my friend! Hi, how you doing?
Good, how's it going? Hey.
I have a question for you.
Thanks.
On the day I was born, when the saw gathered right
What?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Never spoke up. Leave this one alone.
Look at me, look at me.
I was bad to the bone.
When Democrats want to take a butter knife or a spoon to the budget, saying that Elon Musk is going after the budget with a sledgehammer, I think this is a little better. I think I can get behind the chainsaw. Take a look at
Chainsaw! Thank you. This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw! That's brilliant.
All right. I love it. Mr. President, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
That's pretty cool. And we got a couple clips from CPAC. One of these, and I think we could all agree on this. We've talked about Butler, Pennsylvania, till we're blue in the face. Listen, we just got Kash Patel are confirmed for FBI director. Take a listen to this.
Had the first one not happened, the second one would have gotten him fairly well. Watched him survive 2 assassination attempts. Had the first one not happened, the second one would have gotten him. You know, It was very, because without those extra guys, they would have never seen that gun poking through the fence at the golf course. I saw the crew that you
Isn't it like mind-blowing that this has happened? I mean, it just... And what? By the way, why do we still know nothing about that guy in Butler? What's going on? But Cash is going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, yeah. Woo.
Confirm.
We'll get to the bottom of it. And again, if you weren't here for the earlier show, Kash Patel, and we'll go through it here in a second after we get through some of the CPAC speeches. Pam Bondi was on stage. And again, we've talked about this. We talked about the Hamas terrorists on college campuses threatening actual American citizens, some of these people here on student visas. Listen to what she says about this. And I am just so grateful that we have Pam Bondi as Attorney General of the U.S., the United States, to be able to put us first, put Americans first, put my children first, put your grandchildren first. Take a look.
Students deserve to be safe. And first of all, these students who are here on visas, who are threatening our American students, need to be kicked out of this country.
Amen.
Listen to that again, guys.
All of our students deserve to be safe. And first of all, these students who are here on visas, who are threatening our American students, need to be kicked out of this country.
Amen.
Beautiful, beautiful. Kicked out of the country. I can give an amen to that. It's a privilege for these folks to come here and attend college. They are not citizens. They don't have a right to be here. They are given permission to be here. And if they want to go and destroy our college campuses, threaten our American citizens that are on campus, threaten our police force, burn an American flag, they can go back home to their third world country and live the rest of their life out just hating America. It's the truth. And, listen, there was a little bit of a plot here, and I want to dig into this a little bit. This has to do with asking about Joe Biden. They're asking Pam Bondi about Joe Biden, about the fact that he didn't pardon himself. And I want you to listen to this closely. Listen.
All of the pardons that were given out from Joe Biden at the end. There were a lot that went. It is what it is. There's one person he did not pardon. That would be himself. There are a lot of people that think there should be accountability. Should this be something that is looked at to see what he did while he was president?
Don't you find it very interesting that they attempted to prosecute the president for having documents in the most secure place in the world other than the White House, Mar-a-Lago, and he had the security clearance to take them. Yet Joe Biden, who had no security clearance to take them at the time, had them in his garage with his drug addict son going in and out of his garage. Yet what did they say about him?
Too old to prosecute.
Frail old man. But listen, Donald Trump and I have not talked about that at all. This is not about targeting. This is what they do to us. This is not about targeting. This is not about weaponization. This is about keeping America safe and going forward and prosecuting violent criminals. If you committed a crime in this country, no one is above the law.
I love it, using their words against him, and how she said a drug addict son that had access to the classified documents. Remember, he had them in 7 different locations, maybe more than 7. It could have went up to 9, but I remember reporting 7, including in the box, in the garage. And when the special report came out, they said that, they couldn't prosecute him because really he was a vegetable. He was a walking vegetable. And I love that, that she's so strong, and it's just amazing. It's refreshing to have somebody that speaks like the American people, that say the same things that you're going to hear at the grocery store, and don't put any, spin on things, I guess you could say. White House counselor Alina Habba was there, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this, about a court case Trump won again. Remember, yesterday we played Raskin saying, we're winning these court cases. If you're an employee and you were let off, get a hold of your unions. We're winning. And we told you, again, a temporary restraining order is just that. It's temporary until they can read the case, find out the laws, research it, We'll get into that. Listen to this.
So everybody's filing their tax. Going, if I don't pay the correct amount or miss a couple cents, they'll threaten to throw me in prison. And that was a great time.
Well, don't worry, we're firing a bunch of the IRS today, so don't worry.
Don't worry, we're firing a bunch of the IRS today. I love it. They say minimum of 3,500 employees at the IRS. Again, we talk about all the time. These departments are way too bloated. They got people doing jobs that don't need to be done. I mean, it's pretty simple, especially with AI technology. And I'm not a big fan of AI technology taking jobs unless it's in our government. If there's things that could be done with one investment versus years and years of salary, let's do it at the government level. Let's do it at the government level. And in case you guys didn't know today, we covered it a little bit earlier, but this man is now director of the FBI. He was confirmed today. There's a lot of talk on who's first, but the reason why I wanted to bring this up again, because I was looking at, before I show you that, check this out. You can follow the new X page too. This is at FBI Director Cash. Already has almost 200. Let me see. It was 242 when I pulled it up. Let's see where it is now. 200, almost 300,000 people following. And I'll read what he put in here right here so you guys can get his comment on X. It says, I am honored to be confirmed as the 9th director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Thank you to President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi for unwavering confidence and support. The FBI has a storied legacy, from the G-men to safeguarding our nation in the wake of 9/11. The American people deserve an FBI that is transparent, accountable, and committed to justice. The politicization of our justice system has eroded public trust, but that ends today. My mission as director is clear. Let good cops be cops and rebuild trust in the FBI. Working alongside the dedicated men and women of the Bureau and our partners, we will rebuild an FBI the American people can be proud of. And to those who seek to harm Americans, consider this your warning. We will hunt you down in every corner of this planet. Mission first, America always. Let's get to work. I think that's just awesome. And personally, the first thing that came to mind today, depending on where you are on the political spectrum, is I've had the FBI at my home harassing me numerous times. I've had my home raided for nothing I did. They couldn't charge me with anything, but they wanted to put it out in the news because of what I do, because I was at January 6th, because I'm a loud voice. And I thought about that. Like, you know, a lot of people, even people I talk to, that are scared of the justice system. I mean, I'm not scared of the justice system. I know that they have been corrupted and weaponized under Democrats. I even had conversations with people, if I got to go to jail, I got to go to jail for what I do. That's just one of those things. It would suck. But again, I think God placed me here, my personality and everything, to do exactly what I'm doing. If you would have told me 15 years ago, hey, you're not going to be out shooting pool drinking 5 nights a week, you're going to be doing this, I'd have been like, yeah, you're full of it. Just like I told Rachel the other night, we go to a little yogurt shop down the street, and I was like, man, I could be out drinking, shooting pool right now. How life changes. And I talked to a lot of people that when I said, why don't you speak up? Some of their responses, people when I was traveling, people that like I know that are concerned but don't go to these things, don't go to school boards, and they're like, are you kidding me? I'll lose my job. The FBI is now looking at parents that are speaking up at school board meetings. And that was the whole intention of it. And now that has been taken away. You're free to be an American citizen. You have freedom of speech again. You have the opportunity to go advocate for your children. And I think that is huge. And one of the other things I think is very, very huge, the poly market, you know, the odds. We've always brought up the poly market when it came to elections and stuff. The current 7 top most likely names on the Epstein list. People are waiting for that Epstein list. We were told Kash Patel would probably release it. Some are saying within a week, within 7 business days from today. 7 to 10 is what they're saying. And look at the names. Let me blow this up a little. Look at the names that people are top 7 most likely to be on the Epstein client list. And we'll pull that up right here. This could get fun. Prince Andrew, Bill Gates, Alan Dershowitz, Stephen Hawking, Ehud Barak, David Copperfield, and Michael Jackson. Interesting. I am a little surprised that Alan Dershowitz is so high on the list. Not that he wouldn't be on the list. Prince Andrew, we've kind of heard a lot of stuff. Obviously, Bill Gates. We know that David Copperfield, and again, I don't even say the story because I have it wrong. I don't want to be wrong, but David Copperfield had a strong relationship with Epstein. Michael Jackson, that shouldn't surprise anybody. Michael Jackson went to Never Never Land with a lot of little kids and was still considered an icon and an idol to this day. But I can't wait. Can you imagine the breaking news? That's going to be like a 4-hour live stream when that gets when that gets released. And then also with more justice, we had the U.S. attorney open a probe into whether Democrat lawmakers made actual threats to Doge and Supreme Court justices. If you remember, you've had multiple Democrats go after Elon, the employees at Doge, and then you had Chucky Schumer threatening Kavanaugh when it came to the Roe v. Wade decisions, when there was a leak from a liberal justice, one of their staffers, and nothing was ever done about that either. But this was CBS News here. Breaking: U.S. attorney opens probe into whether Democrat lawmakers made actual threats to Doge and Supreme Court justices. Now, lately, I've been saying, wow, something's going to happen here. Something's going to happen because we've seen the first 1 month of Donald Trump, a lot of things that we thought maybe he would take months and even years to do. Can he get that done in his 4 years? Most of it's been done in the first month. So, but I think what this is, and maybe I'm wrong, but it'll be the first time I've been wrong. How about that? But I think this is more of, we're going to send a clear and precise message that we are going to investigate these threats. We are going to investigate these people. We've had plenty of libtards out at these protests saying they want Elon Musk dead. They want Donald Trump dead. They want, they want Big Balls dead. Who wants Big Balls dead? He's saving us money. Let's go, Big Balls. So that will be interesting. In other news, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, we covered this. She met with the church's Reverend Al Sharpton, and she was looking at removing Mayor Eric Adams because of his willingness to cooperate with ICE and get criminals out of his city. And today, CNN reported, and I heard on a couple other media outlets, New York Governor Kathy Hochul has announced that she will not remove Mayor Eric Adams from office, at least for now. Again, when they talk about people playing God, that's what she is doing. If you don't like Mayor Eric Adams, find another candidate, run against him. I'm not a fan of Mayor Eric Adams. Just because he said that the illegal invasion into New York is destroying New York doesn't make him a good guy, doesn't make him a New York first person, doesn't make him America first mayor. I do feel bad that he was politically persecuted under the Biden regime for standing up for New York. I do feel bad for him, but this isn't about, think about it. If a governor set that precedent and she could pull out every mayor she wanted to. There's actual conservative mayors in areas of New York. There is some not so libtard areas in New York. There's some good people in New York. We've been there quite a few times. Got some friends that live over in New York. And could you imagine just pulling those out and replacing them? And then for the photo op for Al Sharpton, like, really? Mr. Race Baiter himself? Yeah, no. And I played that video yesterday of Mayor Eric Adams walking by the media. Why won't you answer questions? And what do you say? Because you're all liars. And again, and you know what? Sometimes it takes political persecution. It takes weaponization. And maybe Mayor Eric Adams is moving to the center. Good for him. But again, we're going to find out what happens. This was a CBS News article. I thought this was great when we talk about the court cases. We got CBS breaking: a judge rejects labor union's request to pause the Trump administration firing of federal employees. And you had Kanoka also on here saying, breaking: federal judge rules that President Trump can continue mass firings of federal workers. Union sued last week to block the administration from firing federal workers and granting buyouts to employees who quit voluntarily. And there's the Reuters page right there. Trump administration can continue mass firings. This is going well. They tried to weaponize the system again against Trump. They were trying to shop judges. They were trying to say, maybe we can put a wrench in this, delay. Maybe we can, obstruct what Trump's trying to do. Maybe we can delay this a little bit. They knew what he was doing was 100% constitutional. They knew it was legal, and so does the judge. And you're going to see a lot of this stuff go on, and you're going to see some of them might have to go up, be appealed. But for right now, that's where we're at. And then ABC News, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. This was beautiful. In weeks since President Trump has assumed office, more than 200,000 federal employee workers at more than a dozen agencies have had their roles eliminated. Man, not even 30 days. All the things that people like me have been fighting for so long, which is limited, smaller government. The government shouldn't be in every aspect of your life. And again, I don't know if you've ever been to places. I've worked at places. I was actually hired in a place to come in there and as a purchasing manager to kind of cut out the fat. They were doing it. They brought in a consultant right after me and literally having people do redundant jobs or this and that. And then all the employees were screaming, oh, I'll never get my job done now. Well, you know what? If they wanted to keep their job, they were there 6 months later. All the work was being done and the company cut their overhead. And we need to run the government like a business. Just because they can take your tax dollars and print more and more money doesn't mean they should. I want to see what the article says about the agencies really quick, if it'll pull up that they're considering, because I think it's more than 200,000. But again, they probably don't have all the numbers. Department of Education, dozens of probationary employees were let go from the Department of Education last Wednesday. Well, we're going to dismantle it. Department of Education is the smallest cabinet-level agency with 4,400 employees. Another 1,400 employees work in the agency's Office of Federal Student Aid. Bye. Department of Homeland Security, DHS. More than 400 employees at the Department of Homeland Security have had their positions eliminated. About half the cuts were FEMA, which saw over 200 dismissed. We've seen what FEMA does. Again, another bloated agency that takes, if you go and we use tax dollars, we're going to use $10 million, say a cost of $10 million, everything, including overhead. And we want to help out North Carolina, and only like $6.2 million get to North Carolina because of all the salaries and all the BS and the bureaucracy at FEMA. Doesn't seem like they're doing that good of a job. United States Agency for International Development, USAID, baby. More than 10,000 staffers have been placed on leave. 600 USAID workers remain in their role, which is probably 400 too many. I'm just going to say 200 I'm good with. I'm good with. But how many remembered when Trump said that and the media went just berserk on him? He said, well, look at Elon. He went in there. What'd you cut that by, Elon? 75, 80%? It's doing fine talking about X. And people, oh, Trump will never do that. You can't do that and get away with that. It's being done, folks. It's being done. I wanted to show you this. Another, we covered it in our first show, but listen to this. This was Secretary Sean Duffy. He was in Los Angeles talking about the audits he's going to do on the high-speed rail. But you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh because I didn't know about the second video I'm going to show you. But here's the first video.
Has actually complied with the agreements that they've signed with the federal government. As the Secretary of Transportation, I'm going to direct the Federal Railroad Administration, or FRA, to initiate a compliance review of funding to the California High-Speed Rail Authority. This review is going to focus on that $4 billion, and it was for 2 construction projects as part of the Merced to Bakersfield construction. This is going to help determine whether billions of dollars in taxpayer money should remain committed to California's high-speed rail. And we're going to look at whether California high-speed rail has actually complied with the agreements that they've signed with the federal government. And we can't just say we're going to give money and then not hold states accountable.
I just want to say something. States don't see this. Well, this is something that you should always do. You sign a contract with the state, you give them money. You should follow up 6 months or 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. There should be a quarterly review. This is where we need to focus our money on, because in the end, you might be paying employees to go do these reviews and audit these states. But at the same time, when you have billions of dollars, so when Californians voted for high-speed rail, here was the promise. It would go to San Francisco to LA. It would be a high-speed rail. It would cost $33 billion, and it'd be completed by 2020. It is now 2025. There's not 1 foot of track laid for California's high-speed rail, and the estimated cost now is $128 billion. I'm sure Zelensky's looking at that thing like, well, I'll take that money. 120, and again, where's all this money going? Where's all this money going? But what I thought was even better than that was this right here. There was actually protesters, and take a look at these protesters. They're protesting for high-speed rail, and they look as you would expect, guys. I wish I could have been there today. I wish I would have known there was someone dumb enough to protest this. I don't know. Which one do you like the best? Oh, I didn't put it on there. Sorry. Which one do you like the best? Put it on right here. Look at these folks with masks on. Look at them just sitting there. Build the rail. Don't delay our train. Build high-speed rail. Don't delay your train. Your train you should already be operating. But then guess what happened when Gavin Newsom got in office? He said, we're just gonna, this whole train thing, it's not panning out. We'll just do it from Bakersfield to Merced. And again, it's not a true high-speed rail. Now, we already have a train that goes from Merced to Bakersfield. We have Amtrak here in the United States, in California, and it wouldn't be much faster than Amtrak, believe it or not, because of all the stops. And again, just one big waste of your tax dollars, what they call in California, the boondoggle. Check this out. Guess who's back? Back again. Stephen King said, I'm leaving Twitter, tried to stay, but the atmosphere had just become too toxic. Follow me on Threads if you like. That was on November 14th, my oldest son's birthday. That was in 24. 2/20/25. I'm back. Did you miss me? They can't leave. There's nothing like X out there. They're not going to get the engagements. They're not going to get anything like that. They look for the attention, and that's why they're here. So he came groveling back, and he's back on X. Not that it matters. It's just funny. So this was from January 20th. I want to do a post, and then a revised post by Libs of TikTok. She put this up, and we've mentioned this before. It says, just in, General Charles Q. Brown, chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, told reporters he plans to stay in his position. And it says, hold on, let's see. Brown is obsessed with race-based diversity quotas. He signed a memo stating his goal is to reduce the number of white males in the Air Force. And listen to this.
Senator Schmidt, please. Senator Schmidt, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, General. General, do we have too many white officers in the Air Force?
Senator, what I really look at is the quality of all the officers that we have, and we look at the aspect of everyone who's qualified, meets the qualifications, is promoted. And
I would agree with you, but that answer is not consistent with your August 9th memo. In your August 9th memo, you said that you signed on to that there should be a reduction essentially of about 9% of the white officers. That's 5,400. We have 5,400, too many white officers. And this is the real impact, I think, of this desire of the administration. I'm saddened to see this in this memo, of this obsession with sort of race-based politics being interjected into our military. How did you come up with the percentage of 67.5% of the officers should be white? And how did you come up with 13% should be black? And how did you come up with 10% should be Asian? And how did you come up with 1.5% should be American Indian and Native Alaskan? How did you come up with 1% being Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander? And how did you come up with 15% of our officers should be Hispanic or Latino?
Senator, that is based on that memo is on application goals, not the actual makeup of the force. And those numbers are based on the demographics of the nation.
Okay, well, all right. There's 10% of our country is Asian American. So is that where you came up with it? Just a percentage of the population?
Essentially.
Because right now the actual percentage, I mean, this is where this is a ridiculous conversation, to be perfectly honest, because why didn't you come up with, or are you going to come up with the percentage of the overall force? Did you contemplate that? Of how many, Black Americans should be in the Air Force? Or how many Asian Americans should be in the Air Force? Did you contemplate the total force percentages?
Senator, what we looked at was the aspect of providing opportunities for anybody who wants to serve.
Listen, if that were the case, if that were what was in this memo, I wouldn't be asking you these questions. But we have in a memo signed by you that you think right now there are too many.
So as you can imagine, instantly Democrats went to defend this and saying, oh, Trump's going to fire him because he's racist. Trump's going to let him go because he's racist. It has nothing to do with race. The actual racist was determining who gets the position based on color. That's what we're getting rid of in America, this race-based hiring. Instead, we're going to hire on merit. What are your accomplishments? What can you do for us? Are you talented? Not go walk over there to skin color chart. Oh, you're on. I mean, we're not applying for Joe Biden's press secretary here. And this is, Libs of TikTok posted this today. ABC reporting that General Charles Q. Brown, chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, is on a possible list to be fired. Absolutely fire him. Absolutely fire him. It's really unfortunate that a lot of these people continue getting taxpayer-funded pay. Some people say, well, they served our country. Well, they did very big harm to our country. They didn't look at America first. They looked They looked at the lens of race, and that's not what we should be doing. Check this out. As we cover Doge, this was a new one from Rapid Response 47, Secretary Turner. Listen to this. When it comes to cutting out money, cutting out DEI, and saving you tax dollars.
For culture transformation and mindset, outward mind, we have found, as you said, $260 million in savings here at HUD, working with our Doge task force. But today, we're announcing that we cut $4 million in DEI contracts here at HUD, which were supposed to be for culture transformation and mindset, outward mindset thinking and subscription services. So we want to announce today, we're working hard and we will cut $4 million in DEI focused contracts. This is money that should go to serve the American people and also time well spent to serve the people we're called to serve. And so, DEI here at HUD is dead, Brian.
I just love this. I mean, I didn't imagine it. Guys, I'm still kind of in a whirlwind right here. I can imagine what Democrats feel like. They don't know which end is up. What executive order do they fight? What do they protest? I mean, hell, they're protesting to keep a high-speed rail, keep funding, and putting billions of dollars, another, $100 billion into a high-speed rail that was only supposed to cost $33 billion. They don't know what to do, folks. They don't know what to do. It's just absolutely incredible. Let me do an ad read really quick, and then we'll move on right here. Check this out, guys. It's popped up. We've covered this before. Are you ready to show your support in style? Sticker Mule has a fantastic offer just for you. For a limited time, you can grab a free Trump sticker. Yes, you heard it that right. It's free. Whether you want to decorate your laptop, car, or office space, these high-quality, durable stickers are perfect for making a statement. Just imagine how great they'll look, and they're super easy to apply. Here's how it works. Head over to stickerpack.com, sign up, and claim your free stickers, and watch the fun unfold. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Stock is limited, so act fast. Spread the word and let your voice be heard. Sticker Mule's awesome stickers. Once you visit stickerpack.com today and grab your free Trump stickers before they're gone, guys, go grab a free Trump sticker. It's 100% free. Check that out. And hopefully you like that Trump sticker. I've had a few Trump stickers in my lifetime. Ah, man. So as we said at the beginning of the show, Pete Hegseth is now doing videos. I guess you could call them fact-checking videos. It says, I want you guys to listen to this.
We want you, the American people, the tax. Greetings once again from the Defense Department. You, the American people, work really hard to support the men and women in uniform who keep our country safe. We, in turn, owe you transparency on what we're doing to accomplish our core mission, which is securing the nation and spending your taxpayer dollars, ours, wisely. We're going to shoot straight with you. We want you, the American people, the taxpayers, to understand why we're making the decisions that we're making here. First and foremost, as we're executing as quickly as possible the priorities of President Donald Trump. Achieving peace through strength, restoring the warrior ethos, rebuilding our military, and reestablishing deterrence. Those are no-brainers, and the American people gave a mandate to President Trump, and through him to us, to double down on those priorities, and that's exactly what we're doing. Now, the legacy media has, of course, a different agenda. You see the same clickbait headlines that I do. Time after time, the media distorts good news stories or often just gets them flat wrong. In many cases, well, in most cases, they have an agenda. Other times, they are just lazy, as they often are, and they don't take time to actually understand the facts. I encourage you to take that media, those negative reports about important decisions that we're making at the department with a gigantic grain of salt, please. Ever since I've taken this position, the only thing I care about is doing right by the warfighters, by the troops. In short, we want the biggest, most badass military on the planet, on God's green earth. I'm in this room right now, but I'm not alone. Behind the camera are lots of vets and military family members, along with other people who, like you, are invested in exactly what that core mission is. So when we make decisions that are misreported in the media, we're going to try to get to you as quickly as possible. And not just me, it'll be other people as well. So you understand the real thought process behind them and then how they relate to our core mission of fighting and winning war, hopefully deterring them, but fighting and winning wars, and then how we spend your taxpayer dollars wisely to accomplish that mission. So to that end, we have 3 stories that have come out, stay with me, 3 stories over the past couple of days that I want to update you on. The first is Doge. They're here and we're welcoming them. In fact, right over there, about 20 minutes ago, I just met with them. And we're going to be incorporating into what we're doing at DOD, everything they're doing to find fraud, waste, and abuse in the largest discretionary budget in the federal government. They're going to have broad access. Obviously, with all the safeguards on classification, they know that. Many of them are vets. They care just like we do. To find the redundancies and identify the last vestiges of Biden priorities, the DEI, the woke, the climate change BS, that's not core to our mission, and we're going to get rid of it all. With Doge, we're focusing as much as we can on headquarters and fat and redundancies and top-line stuff that allows us to reinvest elsewhere. We welcome Doge, and finding those efficiencies is how we save taxpayer dollars. That is a good thing that, of course, is being distorted through the media, their hyperventilation, and it just goes entirely unreported for the most part. Now, the second story in the news is our work reorienting the budget that we inherited. We inherited that budget 1 month ago from the Biden administration. We are refocusing, that's a key word, our existing budget away from the Biden priorities that, frankly, were all over the map to President Trump's priorities of building a lethal fighting force. The media wants to call these exclusively cuts, but it's the opposite, of course, as always is the case. I've got the memo right here. It's clear as a bell. Now, beginning right away, we are pulling around 8% or $50 billion from the Biden budget. We're planning, this is planning for this year, that we will move away from woke Biden-era non-lethal programs and instead spend that money on President Trump's America First, Peace Through Strength priorities for our national budget. First of all, remember, this is all planning. We're asking the services to plan. So it's not a cut. It's refocusing and reinvesting existing funds into building a force that protects you, the American people. We also list on page 2, which I've marked up here in our memo, what is not part of the 8% refocusing of funds. It's stated very clearly here. Southwest border activities, combating transnational criminal organizations, an audit, nuclear modernization, Virginia-class submarines, the Golden Dome or Iron Dome, one-way attack drones, UAVs, cybersecurity, core readiness, training, the defense industrial base, and it goes on. They and other key programs are off the table under this program. They're too important, as are many other things. So this is great news for taxpayers and for our national security. That's a full stop. We'll just put a period on that one. And the third and final bogus story that is out there is around our reevaluation of our probationary workforce. Now, this is part of something that was mandated by an executive order from the president. Remember, President Trump was elected. He has the prerogative to advance executive orders. Our job is to follow them, and we're doing that. This reevaluation of probationary employees is being done across government, not just at the Defense Department, but we believe in the goals of the program, and our leaders are carrying out that review carefully and swiftly. Now, bottom line, it is simply not in the public interest to retain individuals whose contributions are not mission critical and to restore accountability within the federal workforce. Taxpayers deserve to have us take a really thorough look at our workforce top to bottom, and it will be top to bottom, to see where we can find and eliminate redundancies. Now, common sense would tell us where we should start, right? We start with poor performers amongst our probationary employees because that is common sense and you want the best and brightest. So when you look at headcount, we're going to be thoughtful, but we're also going to be aggressive up and down the chain to find the places where we can ensure the best and brightest are promoted based on merit. And then we're going to go out, we're going to put out a hiring freeze and take more time to identify on a performance-based standard who we're going to hire and reward hard-working employees who are central to the core warfighting mission. So we're going to take a little bit more time, make sure top to bottom we're doing a review, Those who we need, who are the best and brightest, are going to stay. Those who are underperformers won't. We'll continue to shoot straight with you. We've got your back. We're motivated to rebuild the most capable military in the world. That's why I'm here. That's what the president has asked me to do. But doing so does require tough decisions, and we are prepared to make them. But in the process, we want to communicate with you directly rather than through the filter of media outlets. And it's not just going to be me. You're going to see Sean Parnell and Graham Allen and others here in the department aggressively ensuring you get the real info in real time, helping you understand what's really going on at the department. So our warfighters and taxpayers deserve, of course, no less than that. And we'll keep reporting back to you from time to time what we're seeing, and we appreciate your support. We're not going to get everything perfect, but we're going to do it earnestly, and we're going to do it on behalf of President Trump's leadership in making our military once again the most lethal, badass fighting force on the planet to keep our country safe. God bless you, and we're going to keep fighting.
That is just great. Well, I mean, what a great strategy. Defeat the media, defeat the legacy media that's lying, that takes those words, minces them up, tries to make these people look bad. I mean, you've seen how they attacked Pete Hegseth. He's going to be great. And again, cutting at the Department of Defense, even better, getting rid of the woke stuff. Let's focus on, I mean, really, their job is to kill our enemies. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on that. What else did we have up here? Was there anything? Nope. This was just a quick thing. Let me check to see if anything else has been breaking since we've been live for a little over an hour and 10 minutes. Let's see if anything else has jumped up. Let's see. California High-Speed Rail put out a tweet. We welcome this investigation and look forward to working with our federal partners. California High-Speed Rail has been audited over 100 times. Every dollar is accounted for, and progress is real. 50 structures built, 14,600 jobs created, and 171 miles under construction. They forgot to mention not 1 foot of track laid. Let's see. Adam Schiff. He's worried. He's worried. That was at Mickey posted this. This is a nice little picture here over in DC. Take a look at that. That is good stuff. That is good stuff. What's this? I don't see anything else breaking. Kathy Hochul. Yeah, let's see. I don't see. Let me hit refresh one more time. Oh, and don't forget, we have Team USA going against Canada again. I'm sure there's going to be some great fights tonight.
You guys are really talented. I have great respect for hockey players. I'm a hockey. Well, I'll talk to the guys if they're around.
Yeah, they are. I'm going to walk into the locker room right now, and you can speak to the guys firsthand. Mr. President, can you hear me?
I can. You guys are really talented. I have great respect for hockey players. I'm a hockey fan. I love hockey. The talent, the skill that you have is crazy. And just go out and have a good time tonight. And I just want to wish you a lot of luck. You really are a skilled group of people. It's an honor to talk to you. And get out there, and there's no pressure whatsoever.
I can tell you honestly, every person in here, players, staff, management, coaches.
I hope I can get to watch some of that. But that's all we got for tonight. Unless some breaking news comes up, we will be near the studio. Again, want to say thank you for everybody. Thank you, AHA, for the 5 gifted memberships, the subscriptions. If you guys want to help contribute to what we do, our gas, food, lodging, travel, and bills, you can do so. Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army. We also have GiveSendGo.com /Oreo 2024. And if you prefer to use Zelle, you can go over to our Zelle link. Our Zelle link is on our website, theoreoexpress.com, and go down there a little bit and you'll see a donate now button. We appreciate y'all. We'll definitely see you tomorrow if we're not live later tonight. And thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you haven't, hit that like button on your way out. God bless.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 6-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.